obviously. Uh, that's probably enough vamping. So now comes the part where I say, "Hi, I'm Trevor, and welcome to Catching Up on Cinema." If you aren't familiar with the program, Catching Up on Cinema is a film analysis podcast wherein we introduce each other to films, expand our cinematic horizons, and, in essence, catch up on our cinema. So it is the month of February 2026, as once again, that very special time of the month wherein we do our very special Tales from the Shelf episode. And in joining me in this endeavor, I have my good buddy Brad from the Cinema Speak podcast. How's it going, Brad?
It's going great, Trevor. Glad to be here. I feel like it's been too long, even though it hasn't been that long. But it's always been too long when with us. It's we can never get together enough to satisfy that itch.
Yes, one day in the King's Forest, the king was taking a walk in the King's Forest. Yeah, thank you for joining me today, Brad. As always, I'm so glad that we get to do this every month. It is one of my favorite things that I do in podcasting, and also it was really fun getting a chance to talk to you on your show, the Cinema Speak podcast. If you don't know, dear listener and hopefully viewer, Brad asked myself and his buddy Santino to step in as hosts for his podcast, I think last week or the week before, to review a film by the name of Cold Storage, which neither of us liked all that much. I was really wanting to like it. But Brad surprised us. He graced us with his humble presence. We did not expect it really, but it was really fun. We're like halfway through the conversation. It's like, oh my god, incoming message from the big giant head. So it was nice to talk with you on your show, Brad. But today we're on my show. So today we're going to be doing our Tales from the Shelf episode, as we do every month. And if you're not familiar with the format, essentially what we're going to be doing here today is sharing some stories about our respective film collections. If you're watching this, you may have noticed in the background of our respective webcam feeds, Brad and I have quite a lot of movies, physical media, DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, all that business. So this time around, though, we're gonna approach it from a different angle. So Brad, this was your idea, so I'll let you introduce it. We're calling this the Roulette Roundup, and what exactly is that going to translate to in today's episode?
Well, anyone who knows me knows I love to gamify things, and this isn't necessarily a game, but it is approaching that zone, I guess. Basically, we're going to we're going to assign a random movie from one of our shelves that we are going to talk about. So, how it's going to work is we've each divided our collection mine's divided into shelves. Trevor, I believe you said yours is divided into rows. Is that correct?
Yeah, mine's going to be more horizontal oriented.
Yes.
So yes, rows.
And we have a very high-tech piece of equipment that will assign which row or shelf we draw from, and then from that row or shelf, we will put in a number. We've estimated how many are on the shelf, but it's going to basically be like you're going to pick your 18th movie on your second shelf, and we have no idea what we're going to be grabbing today, what we're going to be talking about. But that's going to be part of the fun. There could be some embarrassing things pulled, or everything could be super cool. We don't know what is going to happen today. And I think that's very exciting, very fun.
Yeah, I thought this idea was really cute and very novel. I love that you have such a passion for gamifying things, Brad. Being included in your fantasy movie league, the inaugural fantasy movie league, is evidence of that. That you really do have a knack for this sort of thing. So I'm really excited about this, especially because, like you say, there's a good chance that we end up pulling some stuff that like we never ever would consider talking about and may honestly have nothing to say about. But I kind of like the random aspect of it. So I'm curious to see how this plays out. Quick question: is everybody on the webcam wearing pants right now?
Yes, I am. Yes.
I am wearing pants as well. Okay.
First time in forever that we've done one of these that have had pants on. No, I'm just,
I was about to
I'm
say
just-
you never can tell when people are doing video conferencing. So just had to throw that out there. We
good
are
check,
on
though, good
YouTube.
check.
We are on Twitch. We would prefer not to get banned on those platforms. So yes, everybody has pants. Wonderful. Great. I think that's the only preparation we need. So Brad, you said we have technology at our command. Would you
Yes.
care to I guess I will toggle the share screen. Are you ready, Brad?
I'm ready. Am I going first?
Uh, well, customarily, yes.
I'm happy to go first.
As is generally the case on Tales from the Shelf, I pull my hosting card and I say, "Hey, guest has to lay down in front of the oncoming
Mhm.
bus first." So, yeah, Brad, I guess what is going to be your first pick? So let's put up
All right.
the techno interface,
Let's go.
the high tech interface.
All right. Shout out to Google.
Shout out to the Googs.
All right, so I got my 10 shelves in here. We're gonna hit generate. And I think I clicked it. Hang on, let me try one more. Maybe it didn't work. There we go.
Googs,
Okay,
you're letting me
10. We're going
down.
10. We're going 10.
10, 10.
10. We're
So
going all the way to the end.
shelf
Okay.
10.
And now, Trevor, I think the one thing we should say, I'm gonna put in. I feel like I have 100. I feel like you decide if I go from the top or the bottom.
Okay.
So
Let's
I'm
say
gonna
bottom.
bottom. We're going from the bottom. I'm gonna put in 100 just to make sure we don't have overspill. Because if I count 120 and there's only 115 on there, I'm gonna break something in this room. So
Okay.
max 100. Here we go from the bottom. 78. Oh boy.
Whoa, we're going way back.
So Trevor, you can vamp a little bit. Tell us about maybe you want to talk about I just saw you watch something on Letterboxd. I don't know. But you 78. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I will vamp for a bit. And in fact, I'll give my Brad, do you want to be on camera? You're going to be on camera. You're in here with me. So I'll just say that I don't watch that many shows. It's something that I've talked with Brad about quite a lot, but I watched all of The Bear in the past couple of weeks. I am recently unemployed, so I have the ability to do that in the evenings after doing all my job searches and stuff, writing a lot of cover letters and whatnot. But yeah, I watched all of FX's The Bear. Jeremy Allen White, I believe, is the star of that one. I forget the name of the fella who plays his buddy Richie in it, but he's recently been cast as Ben Grimm, the Thing, in the Fantastic Four: First Steps, the MCU movie. But yeah, I watched all 4 seasons of The Bear, and everybody is mostly right. That last season of The Bear is just not on par with the rest. The first 2 seasons are fabulous. Third one is not quite as good, but still good enough, I guess. And then the fourth one, it just loses the spark. And it starts to. There's a lot of waffling and a lot of farting around, and a lot of needless celebrity cameos that don't have the same heart that the earlier ones did. Like the earlier celebrity cameos, a lot of them had resonance with the city of Chicago, or at least Illinois and like the Chicagoland area. But like some of the later ones, it's like Brie Larson. Okay, she's here. I mean, nobody saw that coming really, but I guess like maybe there was an opening in her schedule and we got her or something. Doesn't really contribute anything. It's just like here's a name, here's somebody who was probably a fan of the show and got onto the set or something. But yeah, I watched all of The Bear. That's something I watched recently. Okay, Brad, do you have your pick secured?
We have it. We have it. And
I
I
left
should
you on
say,
camera, by the way. Would you prefer that I don't?
no, that's okay. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Okay.
I've got nothing to hide. We should say that if we're counting and we mess up, just roll with just like,
Yeah, fuck,
yeah.
whatever.
Because I was counting and I was like, what if I accidentally mess up? I don't want to have to start all over.
Nobody's watching you.
Exactly. I could just go grab whatever.
Yeah,
But no,
grab whatever.
this maybe proves, because I've never talked about this movie on Tales from the Shelf, as far as I know. And actually, this has a good idea for a future episode that I'm burning this on. But anyway, I have 78 from the back on the 10th shelf. I have Straight Outta Compton, the NWA biopic directed by, is it Gary Gray? Gary Gray.
Close.
And I believe I've only seen this movie once, but I really liked it, really enjoyed it. Thought it was a fantastic music biopic. Not like I was the biggest fan of the group. I mean, I do like some of their big songs. I'm a big fan of Express Yourself. I think that is a all-timer hit, but, yeah, I found this to be really well made. I thought the cast was awesome, and it is a pretty incredible story. Like, it's a pretty awesome story and one that, touches on a lot of themes that are more relevant than ever. But yeah, I really liked it. You got Paul Giamatti in here as the slimy manager, I believe. And yeah, this is one that I've only seen once, and I saw it when it came out, like 10 years ago now. And I should definitely revisit it. I'm just now noticing though, also, there's two versions on this disc. There's the theatrical version and the director's cut, which is 20 minutes longer. It's nearly a 3-hour movie. So,
Whoa.
I'm guessing I probably watched the theatrical version when I saw it. And I don't even know if I've watched this disc, to be honest. I could probably do some research and tell you, but, um, yeah, well, I watched it when it came out 10 years ago, 11 years ago, and I loved it. I did watch this disc. Okay, I can prove this.
Ah,
This has been viewed. I just went on my Letterboxd, and my viewing was tagged Blu-ray, so this has been watched.
okay. Yeah, I never got around to that one, but I remember the promotion for it and thinking like that seems culturally relevant and that seems like a story worth telling.
Mhm.
Um and yeah, I heard mostly really good things about it. Um you think I should run out and watch it? Like is it that strong of a recommend?
I listen, I'm looking at my score. I gave it a 4.5, so I would say go watch
Wow.
it right now. But again, that was 10 years ago. Maybe I would be a little less enthusiastic on it now, but it does feel like kind of, the thing with music biopics is, everything comes in waves. Everything that is old is new again, and I kind of feel like this one sort of, you had the mid 2000s, like the Ray and the Walk the Line music biopic era, and then we've recently gotten a bunch of them again. And I feel like this one actually kind of came out in a time where music biopics weren't that huge. They weren't as popular at the time. Maybe there were a ton that I'm just not thinking of. But it felt very fresh. And maybe the fact that it's a group it's not just about one single person, it's about a group, makes it kind of stand out from itself. But yeah, I thought it was pretty awesome, and, I didn't know much of the story of the group. I knew kind of some of the basics about, like, who is no longer with us, but their story was pretty enlightening. So I'd give it a pretty solid recommend. I don't know if you're a huge, fan of the group, but, if you're a big NWA fan, then you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it if you're a big fan.
So that's the thing is like I would never claim to be a fan or anything like that, but I am a fan of history
Mhm.
and understanding different facets of it, and I feel like knowing the story of that group and that moment in time that they occupied is pretty important. Like it's a important piece of contemporary history, like stuff that happened mostly within my lifetime. So I'd like to see it for that, just for the insight, basically,
Mhm.
like to learn something about it.
And I can
And it helps that it
still
sounds like it's a good movie too.
Yeah, and I can still remember, I mean, 10 years on, still remember the scene, and I believe they're performing in Detroit, which might be one reason why I remembered it, but, the classic scene where they, are asked by the cops that are at their venue not to perform one of their songs that maybe mentions the police in a not so flattering term,
I might know that
and,
one.
what's that?
I might know that one.
Yeah, and, I remember, that was a very electrifying scene when they're on stage and they're like, "We're doing it, let's go," and you're like, "Yes, down with censorship,"
Detroit.
and they're running out of the venue, yeah, so it's very good. Also, I mean, I think it's cool having, Ice Cube's son play him.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that was,
I know.
kind of a little bit of a gimmick to it, but I actually think it works pretty well. And he's, gone on to star in other things too. So he's a decent actor. He's a good actor.
Yeah, Den of Thieves. Shit. He's left his
Classic.
mark on
I mean, this
cinema.
isn't as good as Den of Thieves, let's be real, but
Certainly not as good as Godzilla King of the Monsters, but,
no, no, no.
what is?
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. Isn't the Antoine Fuqua, the Michael movie, the Michael Jackson biopic,
Yes. Yes.
isn't that like a nephew or something of Michael Jackson's?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man,
I mean,
what is that movie gonna be?
I I don't know. I think it looks quite bad, but, it might be the thing with listen, I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody was a bad movie, but
Yeah.
was a huge hit, and sometimes when you have an artist who has a catalog like Queen or like Michael Jackson, sometimes you can just coast by on the music, and you can just be there and say, "I'm just here to mosh. I just wanna wanna be starting something, and I'm gonna just start going crazy in the theater, no matter how bad the movie is."
I think there's something to that. I really do. I just the trailers for that look not very good. Um, like from like a political standpoint, it's like being very careful. Like they're
Mhm.
being very careful. So I don't even know what the contents of the film are going to be. I generally like Antoine Fuqua, but in recent years, man, he's been making it hard to like really back him. Like he's kind of been on
Yeah.
autopilot a little bit. Like I know Denzel is his buddy, but those Equalizer movies, that last one was just Denzel wants to go to Italy and we're making a movie as an excuse.
Yeah, I need to watch I've never seen any of the Equalizer movies. I need to get on that.
They're not bad. The like I think they descend in quality, but none of them are outright bad. It's just there's like by the time you get to that third one, it's just like okay, this is barely a movie.
Mhm.
And I do stand by the Magnificent Seven, if only for the stunt work. Like the movie itself is nothing to write home about. Certainly not equal to the original films or anything like that. But like the cast is there, and they do like every Western stunt trick you can think of. It's like an every trick in the book kind of thing. It's a celebration of an older time of film history, which is cool, even if the movie's just basic popcorn entertainment. But yeah, sorry to derail us with talk of Michael, but
No, it's
um,
just it's so great, like, I get, it's his nephew that's playing him, but,
yeah.
I'm just looking into it, and it says here that, he's making his acting debut in that movie, and it's like,
Ooh.
even if he's a relative, I feel like Michael Jackson, like, that's gonna be a hard performance to nail down.
Well, the fact of the matter is, it's like one of the most recognizable people
Mhm,
in modern history. So if you're trying to do an imitation, but you also don't want it to be just an imitation,
mhm,
because your average viewer, like the average person, is going to have an opinion on how accurate or how true it feels. So you have the deck stacked against you, like in
yeah,
terms of
yeah,
like people evaluating you, because everybody has some base of knowledge to draw from. I don't know, but that's not the only tangent I'm going to set us on today, Brad, because I am going to poke you about Scream 7 because
okay,
I am going
alright,
to go see Scream 7, and I know
mhm.
you probably already have. I don't
I
even
have
know.
not yet, I have not I'm seeing it, tomorrow, I believe.
Okay, well, I'm going to poke you about it, so you can pregame for your whatever whoever you have on the show for your podcast, because I'm
Alright,
sure you're going
okay,
to do an episode on it. But
yeah, mhm.
anyway, okay, so straight out of Compton, that was our first pick in our roulette rundown. So we'll bring back the techno god.
Alright. So you said you have 7 rows, right?
I have 6 rows plus a seventh that is spillover for the Scott Adkins collection that resides on the floor because I don't have a shelf for it.
If it's in the room with you, I think that's fine to include. I think 7
Okay.
can be the spillover then. Is
There's
that
also a
fair?
drawer downstairs where I keep movies that are in the queue to get my fiance to watch with me.
Okay.
So, but
Okay.
we're not counting those because Brad and I talked about this. If it isn't in the room, we don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
We don't need to be 100% exact. I've got stuff in the living room too,
yeah,
but
we all
yeah.
we all do.
Okay. Well, we
Okay.
got 7 plugged in. Let's see where we're going. We're going with row number 7.
Okay, roast. So Scott
S
Adkins.
Yeah, and now how much spillover do we have there? Are we like, I know you said 100, but is there not a hun is there 100 spillover or
It's probably closer to 45,
45?
something
Alright.
like that. I'm gonna have to
Well,
duck under my desk to do this. So
okay.
I'll just go
We're plugging
Austin Powers my
45.
way out of the frame.
45 in the magical random
Oh,
number
top or
generator
bottom?
machine.
Top or no,
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
let's go top. Top. We'll go
top
from the top.
from the top.
5. Oh, this should be easy. 5
Oh,
from the top.
okay. Well, I'll let you vamp. I'm gonna go down the elevator to the second level of my office.
All right,
Excuse
he's
me.
going down. He'll be back. I'll just say, in terms of other music biopics, this is definitely better than Bohemian Rhapsody. A Complete Unknown was good, but this is better than that. Still have not seen the Bruce Springsteen one. That one definitely kind of went out like a wet noodle. I feel like nobody was really a fan of it. Partly probably because it was focusing on a very singular point of Bruce Springsteen's career. Didn't capitalize on the capital E entertaining portion of his career, but kind of interested to check it out because of that. But anyway, I'm just talking about other musical biopics.
Was that the Jeremy Allen White
Yeah.
Springsteen one?
Yeah.
Funny, I was just talking about the bear.
Oh yeah, there we go.
He's the
Yeah.
man of the hour. What was the name of that movie? I can't even remember.
Deliver Me from Nowhere, I want to say.
Yeah, it seems like we're doing, I don't know, like kind of like rock slash folksy biopics these days because they
Mhm.
also had the Song Sung Blue or whatever, where it's like it's not
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's not a Neil Diamond thing, but it's like a Neil Diamond imitator or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're in a weird space when it comes to biopics these days.
Yeah, and part of it is, like, if you're a fan of the artist, you're gonna have more interest, like, I'm a huge Bob Dylan fan, so I was way more
Yeah,
interested
yeah,
in Complete Unknown, and I don't dislike Bruce Springsteen, but just not, like, a huge fan of his, so I
yeah.
just haven't gone out to see the album that he's recording in that movie, I don't think I've listened to, so I don't really have much, interest, but
Yeah, I'm kinda in the same boat when it comes to Springsteen. Like,
Mhm.
all respect to the boss, but just not my guy, you know?
Yeah.
It's not my kinda guy. Okay, so I have here so my Scott Adkins spillover is not alphabetized or organized in any way, so this was just the 5th from the top. Um, so this is a DVD from Quiver Distribution. That's a new one. I
Mm.
don't actually know them. But this is a very sad Scott Adkins movie. Not sad in that it's dramatic or anything, but sad in that there's a certain there's a certain facet of Scott Adkins's filmography wherein he is present, but he's just there as padding, more than likely as a favor to somebody or to perhaps like keep SAG benefits or something. So this is not a Scott Adkins movie. He is in this film, but his presence in it is frankly embarrassing. So this is Lights Out.
Whoa.
Yeah, wow, look at that cast. They started the wrong fight. So we have Frank Grillo in the lead.
Mhm.
We have Mekhi Phifer, who's looking a little chunky these days, but he's put in his time. He can do that. Got Jamie King, who I've not seen in a minute, but
Who I don't even know who that is. Who is Jamie King?
she's an actress. You should Google her, like see what she's known for. But to me, she was always just like the gal who looked like a lot of other people that I recognize, but not her.
Okay, yeah.
And then my fiance actually really likes Dermot Mulroney, so I like to tease her with that, like with the fact that like Dermot Mulroney has done movies with Scott Adkins, and then the man himself, Scott Adkins, is right here, oddly photoshopped in. Now, the reason I say this is sad is because Scott Adkins is in, I think, 2 scenes of this whole movie. And he he does some action, but it's like not good action. And it's the kind of thing where it's like, "Oh, really? You brought him in for that?" In fact, I'm in the middle of looking up my letterbox review because I have a tendency to like write full blown reviews for some of these movies where like
Somebody's gotta do it.
somebody's got to do it. So it's like I'm always curious about these things, but I can't find it. Anyway, this one is really really bad. It's kind of like Frank Grillo comes to a town and like does some pit fighting, and Frank Grillo looks kind of drunk for most of the movie. It's also like I want to say it seems like a Friends production where like a lot of the people who worked on this movie probably are friends with each other, and it's like a handshake kind of thing where everybody's just trying to get each other work, kind of. Because Donald Cowboy Cerrone is in this movie as well. I don't know if you know who that is, Brad, but
Mm-mm.
he's a ex UFC fighter at this point. Uh, Pretty well known. Has worked for Ben Shapiro at least once, probably twice, maybe thrice. So it tells you a little bit about the demographics going into this movie. So this is one of those movies it's part of the collection because if you're not aware, dear listener and hopefully viewer, um, I own every Scott Adkins movie that exists in physical media, or at least I'm trying to. It's becoming very difficult in recent years because he's been doing a lot of direct to streaming movies that do not have physical releases. The one shot movies, only one of them exists currently on physical media, and the third one's due out on Netflix probably within the next year or so. But yeah, this is just like it's here because it's here. I've watched it because I watch all of these movies, Brad, but fuck, this one is not good. It's really blowy.
I gotta say, I don't know if I missed this or how, but your review of this movie on Letterboxd is worthy of a like. I just liked it because that
Oh,
is
you found it. I couldn't
I
find it.
found it.
Okay.
There like, you wrote quite a bit on it, just a couple,
Well, let me read it because
there's some good like, you have some good, some good bits in this like, I don't I think you're kinda half joking on some of them, but they are pretty good.
well, so my mom always gave me and my brother shit because she was like, "You kids would have failed out of school so early if you couldn't write." It's like he and I apparently have a I don't know, like a bullshit skill or something. It's like if you give me a writing prompt, I can worm my way out of a sticky
Mhm.
situation. You put some math in front of me, you put some numbers in front of me, we are fucked.
Yeah.
But like if you give me a canvas to work on, to write on, I can do some stuff. So I gave this a one 1.5 out of 5 stars. Lights Out from 2024. So I'll just read this. Thank you for finding it because I couldn't figure out how to get into it. Watched as part of an ongoing project to own and view every film in Scott Adkins' filmography. No joke, some of the ugliest and most incomprehensible editing this author has seen in recent memory. Lighting and cinematography are decent enough. DP seems to have a boner for anamorphic lenses and drones. A few instances of distorted and occasionally harshly cut audio during dialogue scenes. Music by War and Peace vacillates back and forth between generic boom clap Home Depot ad riffs and embarrassing royalty free hip hop tracks. Thankfully, the actors mostly turn in solid efforts, with Mackay Pfeiffer and Dermot Mulroney delivering particularly animated performances. Jamie King's hairstyle changes back and forth from scene to scene. Not sure why exactly, but I find Frank Grillo's long sleeved attire somewhat irritating. The echo effect added to Grillo's ending voiceover sounds suspiciously like the audio editor attempting to disguise tinny ADR recorded via Zoom. Scott Adkins' role amounts to a brief prologue action sequence that we're shown twice for some reason, a brief dialogue sequence, and as a hastily included and utterly ineffectual combatant in the final battle. Not even Adkins' producer status could save him from the shitty editing. Dig the original cola can on the dinner table.
What's that about?
Uh, it it was like I want to say like that's from 2 years ago, so I haven't read or thought of that in 2 years. So it was a surprise to me too. I want to say it's like Repo Man, the movie with Emilio
Mm,
Estevez, where they didn't have access to branding, so every product in the movie had to be generic.
mm.
So I want to say it was like a cola can that had like a sticker on it that said original cola
Oh,
or
okay.
something to prevent like the Coca-Cola company from suing them or something.
So that's a tongue in cheek, dig the original,
I
okay.
mean, the whole thing is kind of shitting on it.
I
I mean,
gotta say,
I had some nice things to say. I gave credit where credit was
yeah,
due.
you gave. I mean, you said the actors are pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
They
that I gotta
tried.
say that review does have me very interested in watching it, though. I have to say, you sold me on that movie more than the movie could itself.
See, that somebody had to do it because I don't know if
Mhm.
anyone else has written a review for that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
For some reason, like the worst Scott Adkins movies, like the absolute bottom of the barrel ones, are the ones that I do that for.
Mhm.
For some reason, I feel like when the muse calls, you respond, you pick up a pen.
Is that
So
would you
anyway,
say is that bottom of the barrel, or can you think of one that's worse?
uh, off the top of my head, that I don't think there's like a true absolute worst, but it is probably bottom tier.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds like it. Sounds like
it's,
it.
it's pretty fucking bad, Brad. The one with Mickey Rourke was pretty bad, but
Yeah.
that one, at least that one was saved by the finale though, and also Mickey Rourke like looking like he walked onto the set and was in tears because of matters entirely unrelated to the film. Like it's just like I don't think this is part of the movie right now.
No,
I
no.
think Mickey's just having a breakdown. But at least the finale of that one, like Scott Adkins does get to like throw a guy through a table. Like
Okay.
there's something there.
Yeah,
This one
yeah.
doesn't even have that. He like I said, utterly ineffectual. These are words you should not associate with Scott Adkins.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds
Anyway,
fun.
in its own way, it's a Santino movie. Santino would watch the fuck out of that.
Mhm, mhm.
Anyway, so that was mine. So let's bring back the apparatus.
Alright. Let's go back to 10 shelves for me.
What shelf we going with?
We're going with 6. Alright, and then are we going from the top or the bottom?
Let's go top this time.
Alright, and we are going 1! Oh, wow,
Oh, wow.
this
This
is
will take you
great.
2 seconds. I'm not even gonna vamp.
Google something, I don't know, Google something's up with Google.
Google's getting lazy.
Yeah.
Number one.
It's right here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it is. We
Okay.
have right behind me. Oh,
Oh no.
right on the floor.
Dropping shit.
Movie I have not seen, but I have seen one of the movies in the franchise, so I can speak to that. I have Beyond Re-Animator
Oh hey.
from the Vestron Video Collectors series, Beyond Re-Animator, which I do believe is the third Re-Animator movie, if I'm remembering correctly. Because I think
I think
there's
so. Bride, I think is two.
Bride, yeah. And I don't think I've seen. Maybe I've seen Bride. I can't remember. Have not watched this one. I do really like Re-Animator, the first one. Is it? I get the guys confused. Is it Brian Yuzna directed this, or did he write it?
Stuart
Or
Gordon or Brian Usna. I get them confused every fucking time.
hang on,
I hate it
who
so much because I like
direct?
them both, but I get them confused every time.
So this one's directed by Brian Yuzna. I don't know if he did the originals or because they're like a team, right? Don't they usually work together and on stuff?
They do have a lot of associations with each other, yeah. Like
Where is
one will
my
be producer and one will
Re-Animator?
be director. And I
Uh,
think there's some writing involved on both of their parts as well.
let's see. Do I have Re-Animator right behind me somewhere? Here, Re-Animator's right back here too. This one's an Arrow release.
Oh, pull it up.
Much nicer than but it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. The first Re-Animator is directed by Stuart Gordon.
Yeah,
So
so
this one's Yuzna, this one's Gordon. And yeah, but this is produced by Brian Yuzna. So there you go. There you go.
I always get them confused. Like I always do.
Yeah. I mean, I think the first one is a lot of fun, a lot of great fun effects. And Trevor, you must love the first Re-Animator because there's like 3 different cuts of this thing, and I never know what to watch. But yeah, this is a pretty good release for the Vestron series. Not good enough for me to actually have gotten around to watching it, but it's kind of thing where I was buying every Vestron release I don't know if you know, I think I've talked to you briefly, Trevor. They have since kind of pissed me off a little bit, I have to be honest. And I
What
do
changed?
plan to buy all their releases at some point, but they stopped they've continued putting out releases, but you can only buy them, like, on the Lionsgate website, like, it's, like, some weird website that I've never bought physical media from, that you have to buy it from. They don't list them in, like, traditional resellers. Like, maybe one of your local shops you can find it from, but, like, online, I think you can only get it from that website, and I think they upped the price too. So I have, the last several releases, ever since they've switched to that, I've kind of, fallen off the bandwagon on them, and I feel like the buzz, like, I don't know, I feel like the buzz died down where, like, the first couple I didn't even know had come out because, you know, one thing, Blu-ray.com, they have the all the links to Amazon at the top and all the Amazon listings, and it's kind of there's a little bit of, some synergy there, and this one, they don't have that, so I don't know. I do plan to catch up on my best run titles at some point. I don't even know if they're all available. If some have sold out, I might have to resort to eBay to catch up, but it will be something that I will do. I will commit to that. But yeah, this was definitely looking at the Vestron titles, like, having a title from the Re-Animator series is, definitely something solid. And you got what's the main guy?
Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey Combs. Jeffrey Combs. No, the Barbara Hershey. Right? No, not Barbara.
Crampton.
Crampton. Barbara Crampton, who is
What about
l-
David Gale? Is he in
uh,
there?
David Gale. Not seeing him in here.
Fart.
Yeah. But, no, Barbara Crampton is very lovely in the original Re-Animator. Big fan.
Oh, yeah, she's horror royalty,
Yeah.
honestly, at this point. Like, she's still
Mhm.
working too, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think
But
she
what
got
about
recruited to do some voice work for a game recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's I could be speaking directly out my ass, but there's a game called Mugenics. Brad, have you heard of this? Have you seen
I don't
this?
think
Have
I've
you
heard
heard
of it,
about this?
no.
I think it's from the same guy who did The Binding of Isaac. You know
Okay.
that one?
I've heard of that
Uh,
one.
so it's got that kind of like cute but also disgusting aesthetic to it. um, Apparently there's a bunch of like semi obscure like voice cameos in there for the cat voices, just like meowing noises. And I could be wrong, but I think Barbara Crampton came out and said that they hired her to do a meow for the game.
Really?
I think so. I could be wrong on that. But it's supposed to be a really excellent game, by the
I'm just looking here. I have not seen Bride of Re-Animator,
way. Okay.
and I think part of the reason I thought I'd seen it is I don't think I own it, but it did get an Arrow release previously. But I'm looking at, apparently it's getting a 4K release, and it's coming out in June, but it's from some distributor I've never heard of. Have you heard of Ignite Films?
Right? No, I haven't.
Yeah, it looks like oh, I guess they're putting out the original Re-Animator on 4K as well.
Oh, they must have grabbed like all the rights or something.
Yeah. I thought,
New
oh,
kid
I
on the
guess
block, maybe.
for some reason I thought Re-Animator got a 4K from Arrow, but I guess it was just the Blu-ray.
Huh. Been seeing a
Interesting.
lot of that recently, where it's interesting how the regional rights to things seem to be kind of like very much spread out these days. Because I've been seeing a lot of like Arrow releases for like like region A releases from Arrow for things that like just months prior got like 4K releases from international distributors or international publishers.
Mhm.
It's a little frustrating, honestly, where it's like you have that knee jerk reaction to grab the first thing available because these days like seemingly everything is limited to some degree, and prices are fucking astronomical. Like we live in dark times for physical media where it's like it's simultaneously the best time ever because of, like, the sheer variety that's available now is terrific, but the prices are unbelievable. Like, that's
Well,
it's to bring it back to Vestron, actually, that's kinda sad to me because, like, that was kind of part of the appeal of that whole Vestron label was that they were very cheap.
mhm.
They were very cheap and they were pretty good quality, and that catalog has a lot of appeal to it. It's very charming, but to learn now that they're now like the price point isn't there, and also the way you have to get to it is through this arcane website. Um,
Yeah,
sounds like maybe they're doing like a
Lionsgate Limited is the website. Lionsgate Limited.
never been there.
Yeah.
Never would have found that. Like, I bet you Googling that is probably a pain in the ass. I bet you have to like have the direct URL or something.
Yeah.
But I bet you they're doing like a print to order kind of thing because that's like the way of things these days. It's like if you can avoid mass producing something, do it. Like just wait for the orders to come in and then print the thing and then charge a premium for that service. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're doing instead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, the prices, it's not outrageous, but it's 25, I'm looking
20
here
it
for
used to be like 15.
yeah. Oh, it was like some of them you could get them for, like, 12 even,
Yeah, like 9 or 12, honestly. Like I
yeah.
have at least one on my shelf that I got for less than $12.
So, yeah, a little disappointing for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff on this, Lionsgate, like, wow.
Uh-oh. Brad Brad's doing a Hank Hill from, King of the Hill. Do you kn how much of King of the Hill have you watched, Brad?
Not a ton. I used to watch it when it was originally airing a little bit, but
My brother's been urging me to watch the revival of it because he said it's actually good, um,
mhm,
even with the voice cast being changed now. A lot of people died show. A lot of
yeah.
voice like, Tom Petty was on the show as a regular voice cast member. Obviously, he's gone. Brittany Murphy's gone. There's at least one or two other cast members who are gone as well. Um, there's a there's that string of episodes where the Megalomart, like the equivalent to Walmart, moves into their town and takes over the propane industry and takes his job essentially. There's that I reference this so many times. It's lovely. So Hank Hill drives up in the middle of the night and he's got a box full of D batteries that he purchased from Megalomart. He's like, take them, you bastards!" He's throwing the batteries at the Megalomart. And this is right before the commercial break, by the way. So like he's throwing the batteries and then he pauses a second. He's like, "Boy, you sure get a lot of batteries for $5, bastards!" It's that moment where it's like, "Fuck you, I hate you," but also, God damn it, you're convenient.
Right, right. It's hard to beat them sometimes, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's Brad on the Lionsgate Limited website. It's like, I hate this business model. I hate this website. It's so stupid. Wow, there's a lot of cool shit on here though.
Yeah, like, I think it's a lot of, steel books and stuff, but, um, like, I'm looking at there's It Follows 4K, The Descent 4K, Frailty 4K,
Uh-oh. Well, I guess I know how your Saturday's gonna go now.
King of New York 4K. Oh, man.
Brad's gonna spend all day on this website, filling his cart. He's
Oh,
gonna
and also, one other thing that just kinda I don't know, I
right.
guess I shouldn't complain about this, but with the Vestron series, this is very hypocritical of me and very much just a me thing, but one of the titles that is on this website is a 4K, which I'm always like, "Give me that 4K." No, 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 no. But also, now 'cause all my Vestrons are in my Blu-ray section of my so now I gotta take this, either infiltrate the to keep the spine numbers, I have to infiltrate a 4K in there, I have to sneak one in, or I'm gonna have one random 4K off here, one random Vestron in the 4Ks, and so it just
I
I
don't
don't
like
know.
that. That doesn't sit
I'm
well with me.
losing I've lost sleep over it. I've already lost sleep over it,
So
so
is there only a 4K?
for that title,
Yeah.
that's
Like,
a
is
good
there no
question.
Blu-ray option?
That's a good question.
Because
Um,
if it was like the kind of thing where they stick you with that 4K, I would be kind of pissed because I like consistency.
it looks
I
like
don't want
it's
to have Creed 1 and 3 on 4K and then have Creed 2 on Blu-ray. That's
Yeah,
just wrong. You
it
don't
looks
do
like
that.
it's a 4K Blu-ray combo pack, but I think that's the only way to get it.
But that's still 4K. That's a
Mhm,
problem. We don't like that. We
mhm.
don't want a black case amongst all of our blue cases.
Yeah, now if they're gonna do that, then now what we need to do is we need to take all those other titles, we need to upgrade them to 4K so that I can keep I need to keep them all
Yeah,
together.
that's just what's got to happen. You'll kick open
Uh,
your door and be like, Lizzie, I'm sorry. This
what a
has to happen.
disaster. What a disaster.
It's like, we're going to be eating lean for a bit. Got to upgrade the whole Vestron. They
Yep,
forced
yep.
my hand.
Yeah, I can sell the titles I have here and maybe make $70 and then that'll buy
Yep.
2 4K.
Like, Remy, get used to this kibble. Gonna
Yep,
be eating kibble
yep.
for a while. Got to upgrade the Vestrons. It's of the utmost importance. We haven't
Yeah.
said anything about Re-Animator, by the way, because I don't really have anything to say because I haven't seen him.
Oh, you
But
haven't seen even the first one?
not even the first one.
Mm.
I know of it though. And as we said, I like Stuart Gordon. I like Brian Usna. I know their filmographies quite well. I've seen a lot of their stuff, just not Re-Animator. In fact, I just watched the In Search of Darkness 1995 to 1999 documentary. 6.5 hours of 90s horror movie reviews. Wonderful stuff. Love it. And they just so happened to cover an anthology movie that I think they both worked on that I would love to review for my podcast someday. Maybe a retro review. It's called Necronomicon, Brad.
Mm, mhm.
I mean, Re-Animator is based on the works of H.P. Lovecraft. Necronomicon is also explicitly based on some Lovecraftian stuff as well. I've always really liked Necronomicon. I watched it like really late at night on like HBO or something when I was a teenager. And it's not brilliant by any means, but I'm a sucker for horror anthologies, and it does have that 90s charm with like how the effects work and also some of the casting also. Um so that's like maybe a someday project or something.
Yeah, no,
Anyway,
I think you should check out Re-Animator. I think you'd like it, mainly just for the effects, which are a lot of fun.
yeah, I don't know who did the effects, but it's interesting that the Guyver, the Screaming Mad George directed live action Guyver movie. Um, Screaming Mad George is obviously he's a makeup effects artist, worked on countless movies, many of which have been directed by Stuart Gordon and Brian Usna. Both, I think it's David Gale, maybe Daniel, but I'm pretty sure it's David. Both he and Jeffrey Combs are in the Guyver.
Mm.
Um, so I want to say that maybe like Screaming Mad George or something like was friends with them, or maybe he did some effects work on some of the movies that the two of them were in or something. So that was a nice little connection there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I suppose the pick is back to me. We'll pull up the apparatus.
All right. And let's say I'm gonna only plug in 6. We're gonna say no more from the Scott Adkins spillover shelf. Is that fair?
We,
Is that fair?
yeah, we already did a Scott Adkins. It was a long one. We don't need to do more.
All right. Okay. So 1 through 6, we're gonna go with row number. I hit the button and it stayed on 1, so we're gonna go with 1. I hit the
One.
button. 1.
I'm counting the top as one, by the way.
Okay. And we said we can go up to 125, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We're gonna go with number 117.
From the top or the bottom?
Oh shoot. Let's go at the top. Let's go from the top, I guess.
So I have to count to one.
I mean, even if I said bottom, you're gonna have to count to 117 because we don't know exactly how many are on the. You know what I mean?
Well, you better have some shit to talk about because I'm going to be
Trust
over
me.
here pointing.
Trust me. I do. So
Okay.
I've got a lot to say about Brian Usna. Usna.
Yuzna. All right.
Yuzna.
Well, you go ahead and vamp. I got to find the 117th pick on this fucker.
Well, while Trevor's doing that, I want to talk about him. Just looking here, this Brian Usna, he's got a lot of films in the Vestron Video Collector series, and I just want to highlight a few of them. Okay, so let's see. Some of the titles are down here, so bear with me for a moment. We're gonna dig down here. We have the Brian Usna film. Let me take my mic with me, as long as I don't get disconnected. Return of the Living Dead 3 is a Brian Usna film, and that is part of the Vestron Videos Collectors series. We also have what else do we have that's Brian Yuzna? Well, it's not Brian Yuzna, but we do have, no, we don't have that one either. There was more. There's here. This one is a Stuart Gordon film. Stuart Gordon. We were talking how Stuart Gordon and Brian Yuzna. We have Dagon, Dagon, which I actually really want to watch. I think I'm going to like that one a lot. We got more. Brian Yuzna. We have Silent Night, Deadly Night Collection, which is 3, 4, and 5, and I do believe Brian Yuzna directed number 4. So that's another Brian Yuzna joint. And if that weren't enough, that was 28. We have the movie that I have been talking about doing a full review on for a while, a retro review. We have the Brian Yuzna duology of The Dentist and The Dentist 2. Two more Brian Yuzna joints. And the reason we've talked, this has been long in the works for a review on the Cinema Speak podcast, because my friend, my never been on the show, but my co-host's wife, who I consider a friend, Jenna, I think I can say her name. She's never been on the show, but she is a dentist. And I thought we need to get her on to review The Dentist, and that will go viral. We review the horror classic, The Dentist, with an actual dentist, and we're going to see how accurate The Dentist is to the actual dental industry. So anyway, that's just a couple other Brian Yuzna joints that are in the Vestron collection. I believe Trevor has his flick, his 1/17th pick, and let's see what we got here.
So the back corner, by the way, is the DVD shelf. So we penetrated the DVD shelf. So this is going to be a DVD, and not only that, the top row of my DVD shelf are my foreign region DVDs. It's the Forbidden Zone. I no longer have the means to play these movies.
I should have told you that's not allowed. You're going to need to recount. We're going to need to respect.
Nope. It's in my hands. We're doing it. By the way, The Dentist is fun. I haven't seen the second one, but Corbin Burnson is having a blast in that first Dentist movie. And actually, that In Search of Darkness documentary that I just said I watched covers it.
Nice.
And fun fact, the giant mouth prop that they use for a lot of the close-ups of him doing dental work and like harming people in their mouths, apparently they only had enough money to build half of a giant mouth, so they mirrored the footage for certain shots.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I thought that was really interesting that they could only build half a mouth. Okay, so like I said, this is a foreign region DVD, and this will actually be kind of fun to show off, Brad, because I've never ever seen a case like this before. This is like maybe the only one of these kinds of cases that exists.
Oh boy.
And this movie's not half bad, actually. I've seen it several times. I couldn't tell you most of the details of it, but the finale's tons of fun. So this is how it's oriented.
Whoa.
So the art is meant to be viewed that way, but this is officially how it's oriented. And you can see in English, the title is Invisible Target.
Oh.
This is a Hong Kong film. And you can see the people on it. We have, that's JC Chan. That's Jackie Chan. That's Jackie Chan's son, his fail son. That is Nicholas Tsay, who is still working today in Hong Kong and was hot stuff in the 2000s and is still pretty kind of a big deal these days. Sean Yu, I don't know how well he's doing these days, but in the mid 2000s, he was a really, really big deal. And then Wu Jing is like the box office king of all of China. This is the Wolf Warrior guy. This is the Wandering Planet guy. Never in a million years would I have pointed to him and said, that's going to be the guy when it comes to generating Chinese box office numbers. But he won the lottery or something. I don't know what the fuck happened. But anyway, he's the antagonist of this. And this is kind of a traditional like cops and robbers Hong Kong action movie. So we have Wu Jing as our villain, and then the other three are, I think, like cops and vigilantes, and Jackie Chan is like a patrolman. The other two, I think, are like hard-boiled detectives. And it's about them kind of like bickering amongst each other and in kind of like an Avengers style way coming together to do battle with Wu Jing at the end of the movie. And ends up becoming like a, I don't know, like friendship conquers all kind of finale. It's actually kind of amazing, Brad. Like it
Mm.
really like gets you on like a in like a Rocky Balboa sort of way, where it's like the three of them cannot beat this guy up because like of course it's a Hong Kong cops and robbers movie, so it has to end with all of them trying to punch the bad guy to death, and they just can't do it. Like he's just too good. He's just too good for them. So he beats the fuck out of all of them like one on one, and then he beats the fuck out of all of them three on one, and then what finally takes him out is Jackie Chan, who is the least, he's the most ineffectual combatant of the three heroes. He like he handcuffs himself to the villain's ankle, and the guy's just like relentlessly stomping on his head and like concussing him to death while the other two, while trying to fight off the other two guys. And then they have this thing where it's like the one guy throws a punch and it doesn't quite get through. So then the other one, like the other hero, like runs into him and pushes his fist into the villain's face. And then he falls onto like a pane of glass and gets impaled and dies. So it's like it was only through the efforts of all of them combined that they could have defeated him. Like if we do our best, we can do anything. But anyway, um the packaging. Um it's probably hard to tell, but this black border, this is like rubberized,
Oh,
like foam rubber.
really?
Yeah. So it's impact shielded.
Okay, I like that.
That's a slipcase
Yeah.
with a clear case. That's a DVD. And then when you open them up, there's uh I think 3 discs,
Mm.
including a CD soundtrack disc, which is this one. It's a soundtrack,
Mhm.
special features. So 3 discs, including a soundtrack, and then card with the track list of the soundtrack.
Nice. That is pretty nice.
Yeah, Asian territories generally take packaging very seriously. Um,
You said you had to import that, right?
I did. This was kind of like at the height of my importing phase. I was doing quite a lot of that. At the time, I did have a region-free DVD player. I do not anymore. I gave it to my ex because I'm a nice person. She had a lot of French movies that she wanted to watch. But yeah, this is a fun one. I remember picking this one up because Wu Jing, who, like I said, I never would have picked to be the box office king, as like a martial arts presence, like not as an actor, but just like as a martial artist on film. I was kind of like hoarding his movies because he was starting to like make inroads into the industry. Because like to me, the first time I ever saw him was in SPL, opposite Donnie Yen, and I've talked about this endlessly, Brad. There's the knife fight between he and Donnie Yen at the end of that movie. It is one of the best fights ever filmed, honestly. So I guess maybe I shouldn't have discounted the guy's value to the film industry when it's like he's in one of the best scenes ever filmed. Like he's one half of one of the best things ever shot. So
Mhm.
maybe I should give him that. But very shortly after that, he like started directing movies almost immediately.
Mm.
Um,
Really?
yeah, he did a couple of like low budget action movies. What was it? Fatal Contact, I think it was called. It's kind of a nothing burger of a movie that has like a couple of decent fights in it. But then he did it was like Legendary Assassin, I think it was called. It's again, it's kind of a nothing burger of a movie, but it was early in his career and he directed, which was kind of shocking. But this was him in that early phase of his career as the villain, and he shows the fuck up. Everybody shows the fuck up, and it's directed by Benny Chan, who's kind of a lowbrow director. But when it comes to blowing stuff up on screen in 2000s era Hong Kong cinema, he's competent. He's pretty good. So it's not a terrible movie. I've seen it at least 3 times, and I'm glad I have it.
Yeah. Now, the Wu is it Wu Jing? Is that right?
Yeah, or Jingwu. I don't know Chinese. Like, I'm not Chinese. I don't speak. I don't know the naming conventions.
Just because you said he's like the big star now over there, right? Has he
Yeah, if you
done,
like
has he
like, if
like
you think of, like, ScarJo or, like, Zoe Saldana in terms of, like,
yeah.
box office numbers of things that he's been associated with, it's like that.
Has he done any, Hollywood films?
I think he's I think he's had, like, nothing roles in maybe some, like, major Hollywood films.
Yeah.
Nothing comes to mind, though. But that also might be part of his brand, is that some of these like, I mean, to call China a region is not fair, but, like, people who have certain markets that they tend to cater to, there is some strategery involved in, like, what kinds of things you do and where you're seen, where it
Mhm.
might actually be more useful to his brand to not be in American productions, to, like, keep it in China.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, that was another part of his appeal too, I believe, is that, he did Hong Kong movies, but I believe he was from mainland China and spoke primarily Mandarin. So, like, in his early career, it's like he was being dubbed in Cantonese anyway. It's like he's not here to act, he's here to throw kicks.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I don't think he's done Hollywood stuff really.
And is he usually, play a hero or, like, was him playing a villain in this movie, is that his
Well,
normal shtick, or is that pretty unique?
he's done a bit of both. Like,
Okay.
he's like, Donnie
This
Yen
this
is like
isn't like the Tom Cruise when he was in Collateral, and it was, like, a big deal that Tom Cruise was a villain sorta thing.
I mean, SPL, his the first movie I ever saw him in, he was a villain,
Okay.
a really nasty one too.
Yeah.
And then there's a movie that I don't own anymore where he plays a villain. I sold it because I watched it once and I was like, I don't need this. So he's done a bit of both. He started as a villain. He's played a few villains here and there. So he has some range. He's not as protected, I guess, as like a Tom Cruise or Donnie Yen to a certain extent too. Like, he very seldom plays villains,
Mm.
at least these days.
I'm on his, Letterbox profile, and it does look like he was in, Meg 2: The Trench.
Oh, no shit. See, I didn't see that
Yeah.
one. But that
Classic flick.
we'll see, that movie, I believe, was catering to Asia, like, very
Yeah.
much so.
Mhm.
In
I think the
fact,
first like, the only reason the first one made any money was because of the Chinese
yeah,
market.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened, is they
Yeah.
decided like, "Oh, well, we may as well just make this movie for the market that bought into it anyway." So
Mhm.
that's a big deal.
Hmm, nice, yeah.
Anyway, so that was
I love that case, though, that is a nice case.
it's unusual. It's very large, but squishy, so you can kinda squeeze an extra disc in there that doesn't look like it fit. I'll bring back up the apparatus.
Alright. Plug in 10 for me.
Yep,
Where are we going next? We're going to number 9, shelf number 9.
we're
And,
going
Trevor, are we going from the top or the bottom?
top.
Top?
Mhm.
Number 10. Number
Man,
10.
you're getting the easy ones.
I tell you, this is nice. I
Google's
rigged
getting
this pretty well,
lazy.
didn't I? Alright, I'll be back in just a sec.
Okay, well, I mean, it'll be like a sec, so, uh, I do wanna talk about Scream 7, so after Brad's done with this pick, I think I'll bring that up. It's been interesting reading about the shit show surrounding that movie. I had forgotten how much of a shit show it was. I was just saying, Scream 7, I do wanna talk about that after we're done with your pick here.
Mm, mhm.
So, number
Alright.
10 on the 10th shelf or
Number
ninth
10.
shelf?
Ninth shelf, ninth shelf. And not one I have a ton to say about, but here we are. I have the holiday classic. Which holiday, though? It's Hocus Pocus.
I feel like you've talked about this one a few
Have
times.
I? I probably have. I don't know. I mean,
Not
um,
not for not for tales from the shelf, but just in general on your podcast.
yeah, I'm sure it's come up, and it's a
Maybe
movie
because of the
that,
sequel or something. Maybe you watched the
yeah,
sequel with Lizzie.
it's a movie that I like a fair bit. Obviously, I love the Halloween season, so I like it because of that, and I watched it a decent amount growing up. It's been a little while since I've sat down and watched the whole thing, but I know when I purchased this, it was kind of in the Halloween season, and it was like, "Oh, here's a movie that, can be kinda it's a seasonal watch, so you'll get your money's worth with the purchase of the physical media." Can't say I, have watched it many times since purchasing this, but, no, it's fun, and the cast is solid, and, it kind of is in that zone that, um, I feel like it's hard to say if I'm just, I have blinders on or something, but I do feel like back in the '90s to maybe even into the early 2000s a little bit, back when I was a youngling, I feel like, there was the horror for kids that I feel like we really don't get quite as much nowadays. Like, there's some stuff, but like I do feel like there was the Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Darks, the Kurds, the Cowardly Dogs, the Hocus Pocus, which it's very light horror, but it's still there's witches and zombies and that sort of stuff. And I do feel like I don't know. I don't know if it's just the kids are seeing all of the beheading videos on YouTube and stuff, so they don't need to have this horror for kids. I don't know, but um I do feel like that was something like, stuff like this and the television shows that I mentioned maybe are part of the reason why I have such an affinity for the horror genre growing up. Watching this when I was 3 years old, and then watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre and The Exorcist when I'm 4, kind of builds that love of the genre. But no, this one is fun. And I think the last time it wasn't a full watch, but I do think we had like a little bit of a Halloween. We went to one of our friends' house for like a Halloween party sort of thing, and this was on, and like I kind of half watched it, and it was pretty good. I was not a full watch. I did not log it, but I was watching. I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty good. The sequel is about what you'd expect from a sequel, a straight to streaming sequel, but the first one is still pretty solid.
Could you hold up that case again? Is that like part of a like one of those Disney special editions or something?
Yes, it's got the Disney it's shows like Disney Movie Rewards on it
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But I think it's just a regular disc.
Yeah, it looks like it, but it's probably just advertising like a online service or something.
Yeah, it's not part of the Disney Movie Club that they used to have. Remember that?
Yeah, actually, that's why I was asking about it is because I have one of those. My
Mhm.
fiance got me 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea on
That's right.
Blu-ray, and that is part of what's it called again?
Disney Movie Club, I think?
Yeah, yeah, I didn't realize that it was, like, limited print or something,
Mhm.
but she knows I love that movie. One of the songs from that movie might be on our wedding playlist, actually.
Nice.
Whale of a Tale by Kirk Douglas.
Cool.
So she bought me that, and I was like, "Oh, shit." I didn't even I thought this was, like, probably easy to come by or something, but she was like, "No, like, I had to eBay this shit." Oh,
Mhm.
fuck. That's love, baby.
I think, my buddy Charlie had to do the same thing for Cool Runnings. I think that
Oh,
was a
no
Disney
shit.
Movie Club exclusive, yeah.
I mean, that's a
Mhm.
good movie to do it with. Cool Runnings is great.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
oh,
one I'm kinda surprised wouldn't have been in like, it's kinda like it was like their B, C tier
yeah,
films, and I'm
but
kinda
people
like
love that movie.
yeah, like, I would've thought cool, like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, like, I've never seen it, but I trust you that it's a great movie, but I can see that wouldn't have quite as much of a, market nowadays, sort of,
Well,
you know what I mean?
Cool Runnings came out in the '90s. I was
Yeah.
alive. I pretty sure I saw that in the theater.
Mhm.
That there's a reason why you would wanna have that on a shelf is because somebody would walk by it at Best Buy or something, which are they back to selling movies again? I don't even know.
Not that I know of, unless you've
Okay.
got some insider
No,
information
no,
that
no.
I'm
I
unaware
was
of.
curious because I haven't set foot in a Best Buy in years, but
I haven't either since they've gotten rid of the physical media.
yeah, it's like, why would I go there? But yeah, I mean, if you're walking the aisles and you see Cool Runnings, there's a decent number of 35, 40-year-old people that'll say, "Oh, Cool Runnings," and maybe
Mhm,
grab it.
mhm.
Um, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea from 1954, maybe not.
A little more niche.
Yeah, it's a little more niche. But I did grow up on that, but I also, like I said, watched Cool Runnings a decent amount when I was a kid.
Mhm.
Um, Hocus Pocus, I got to, I think, at exactly the wrong time because I think I was a preteen boy and camp and high camp were concepts that I don't think most preteen boys uh, understand or have much appreciation for. And
Mhm.
that's mostly what Hocus Pocus is. So like I could probably watch it now and have a great time with it because it's like, oh, I know what this is. Um, but when I first got around to it, I was like, what in the fuck? Like what is this? Why do I care about this? So I was
Yeah.
exactly the wrong age for Hocus Pocus. It holds no resonance with me personally. But like I said, I could probably watch it today, have a
Just
laugh.
what watching it at that party, though, I have to say, like, watching it nowadays, you do get appreciation for how even these, mid-tier family movies from the '90s, just the level of filmmaking craft on display. Like, the opening, takes place in the town of Salem, like, back in the, Salem witch trial era,
Yeah.
and, I was like, "This actually looks great. These are real sets, and this is shot well," and you just don't get that nowadays.
Yeah, Ernest Scared Stupid was to me, that probably occupies a similar slot to
Yeah,
Hocus
yeah,
Pocus for me. It probably
mhm,
came out around the same time. That to me, that was good, like, like kids horror. Because that
mhm,
movie legitimately freaked me out. Like, that
yeah.
movie's kinda creepy.
I need to it's been a long time since I've seen that one, but I that's what a lot of people say is that it's actually kind of creepy, and I can't
It
rem
is!
yeah, I haven't seen it in so long, I can't remember what it like, any specific moments in it, but
There's a couple of jump scares in there where I mean, the troll's face is so goddamn big. Like
mhm,
like he's all face. Like and he like pops out of a closet at some point and he's all snotty.
yeah,
And then there's the
yeah.
part where the kid with the glasses trips in the mud. And it's like, "Oh man, I've got glasses. Oh man, I'm clumsy." I'd probably get turned into wood too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah, Ernest
um,
Scared Stupid is probably occupies a similar slot for me personally. Um that's cool that you shared that one,
yeah.
Hocus Pocus.
Last thing well, I guess I'll mention this because you might have this is maybe of some interest to you,
Sure.
for me, I would say this is probably the best, or maybe the highest profile thing for, at least nowadays for, Mick Garris. Mick Garris wrote this. He did not direct
Oh,
it, but
he
he was
wrote
a
it.
writer on it. So,
Mick
it's kind of
Garris is a
interesting.
very friendly man.
Mhm.
That's all we'll say.
Yeah.
Lovely head of hair, very
Mhm.
friendly man.
Great podcaster.
I haven't listened to his podcast, but I bet it's great because he's a wonderful interview. Mick Garris is just the friendliest man, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I mean, I guess you could say maybe, like, his Stand miniseries is his, like it's just funny that he's kind of, like, just from being a friendly guy, he's kind of become like one of the masters of horror, even though he really hasn't done anything.
He's not great, but he's good. Like
Mhm.
he's inoffensive.
I mean, not that I think his podcast ended, but when it was going on, I didn't listen to every episode, but I listened to some, and I really thought he was, I love listening to him talk and interview his friends, and um, but yeah, it's kind of cool that he's the writer on this because that's
He's
probably
the
his.
less successful Ron Howard of horror.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to put it.
Yeah, he's got the friends in the highest of places. He's so goddamn affable. When it comes time to deliver, it's like, "Thanks, Mick. Like you made a movie."
I need to watch his, Shining miniseries so
So do
bad.
I.
I've wanted
So
to
do
watch
I.
that for so long.
Yeah. I didn't get around to it. I remember distinctly when it was on TV,
Mhm,
and I remember turning my nose up to it, but there has to be something to it if seemingly everybody associated with it is proud of it,
mhm.
and, Stephen King had his whole thing with Kubrick where it's like it was vitally important to him that this exists, so it's like, I doubt it's an equal to the Kubrick film, but I'm sure it has merit. I'm sure it has value.
Yeah, and I could see it just, the source material is so strong, it's like, how badly can you fuck it up?
Also, it looks like a high effort production.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's also covered in that In Search of Darkness documentary.
I
Um,
miss the days of the, Stephen King miniseries
Me
era on
too.
TV,
That was
event
special.
miniseries. Oh, those are so good.
Oh yeah, no, I gobbled all of that shit up.
Yeah.
Like I own a couple of these things on DVD just
Mhm.
because I could see myself wanting to come back to them.
Mhm.
Movie the two-part movie of the week. Like the 2-weeker.
Mhm.
Love those.
They
So
were
good.
like big event that like everyone that was like
Everybody watched them.
you gotta watch you know, The Stand or you gotta watch Desperation or whatever, you know, they were big.
Langoliers, the
Langoliers, yeah.
Tommyknockers.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the biggest ones.
Mhm.
To me, like, not Stephen King, but the Odyssey, the Armand Assante, Odyssey,
Mm.
and, Beast, Peter Benchley's The Beast.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
The big disappointment was Gargantua. It was a two-parter, as was the style at the time, to coincide with the release of the, Roland Emmerich Godzilla movie. So it's like 1-2 punch of disappointment. It's like Gargantua sucks, Godzilla sucks, everything in Trevor's world in this stretch of times, everything in May of 1998 sucks
Wow,
for Trevor.
yeah. That was a very dark time in your life.
Also, Peter Benchley's Creature was a bit of a letdown
Mm.
because I was super hyped because Stan Winston was advertised as the creature creator for the aptly titled Creature. And the movies like it's a two-parter with Craig T. Nelson. It's fine. It's nothing special. But the creature does look awesome. It doesn't do shit. It just stands there, but it looks amazing. It's a shark dolphin man. It's the only
Yeah.
shark dolphin man that's ever been realized on film, Brad. You have to celebrate it.
I need to watch, like I need to take some time and just like this just sounds so much fun to me. Like
What?
watching Craig T. Nelson in Creature, that just sounds amazing. That's not
Watching
honestly, that
Coach.
sounds so like that that's like comfort food for my soul right there. Like that takes me back to like childhood. Even though I've never seen it, but it just like it's in that zone of what I would watch with my parents when it was that big event stuff. Like that just oh, that sounds so fun.
Oh, I can relate. No, I even talking about it, I'm like, I didn't say anything really good about that, but man, I want to watch that right now.
I should see if I can get my parents like, "Hey, you wanna watch, Creature with Craig T. Nelson?" Kinda like how we used to watch those miniseries back in the day. They'd be like, "Huh? What?"
I'm
I'd be like,
picturing
"We
your
did?"
picturing your dad like springing forward in his chair and being like, "Coach."
That's what he would say. He'd be like, "Nah, this was can we watch an episode of Coach?"
Yeah, I want to see what Dauber's up
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Watch some Wings while we're at it.
yeah,
Love
yeah.
Wings. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up the effort. This is a fun one.
This
Good.
I love that. This is great.
All
Okay,
right, so six.
6
We're,
rows.
we're done with Scott Adkins.
Number 4,
Number 4.
and we're gonna go from the back this time, alright?
Okay.
From the bot or from the end, from the you know what I'm saying, okay. And
Yes.
we're going from 1 to
God, you get all the easy ones.
damn,
106 from the fourth row.
from the 4th row. Alright.
Okay, well, talk amongst yourselves.
I've got lots to say while you're
Okay,
gone,
I'm glad you
so
do because it's gonna be a minute.
it's gonna be a minute. I mean, it's
Gotta
gonna
count to
be
100.
yeah, it could be close to 2 minutes. It could if you go 1 second, hopefully you're faster than that, but
Hey, maybe I'll go take a piss while I'm at
yeah,
it.
you
I'll
might
leave
as
you
well.
hanging. I'll be back.
Yeah, no, it's, well, I actually don't have lots to say, but I will say that, remember Hocus Pocus 2? Oh my gosh, that was really bad. Very forgettable, horrible Walgreens product placement, but the first one is good. And, I will say in terms of the Mick Garris of it all, I did watch his adaptation of The Stand. Thought it was pretty good. You know, it definitely has the trappings of the 90s miniseries, but pretty decent adaptation. And then I did also watch The Stand that was done for it wasn't Paramount Plus at the time. It was CBS. It was called something else. I don't remember what it was, but they did do another adaptation of The Stand. And I feel like people really hated that. I don't know. I didn't hate it. There's definitely some liberties taken from the source material, which people probably were upset by. I did read The Stand for the first time probably 5, 6, 7 years ago at this point, and so that's why I watched both miniseries. They both have their issues. I don't think either of the Stand adaptations are fantastic. I do feel like if HBO or even Netflix came along, I feel like they could really give it the juice that it needed to make a fantastic adaptation of Stephen King's The Stand. But
I gotta pee. I
yeah.
gotta pee. I gotta pee.
I'm serious. I gotta pee. I'll be back.
I gotta
All right.
pee.
That's well, I'll keep talking. So I will keep talking about The Stand. Um, yeah, it was. I don't remember what the streaming service was, but it was something CBS, and they rebranded it as Paramount Plus. Um, but yeah, no, Mick Garris, obviously, he's done a handful of Stephen King adaptations. Um, can't say any of them are phenomenal. In terms of the Stephen King miniseries, we're talking about Langoliers. I've watched that one many times. That one's kind of bad, horrible effects, but kind of fun in a charming way. Yeah, probably it would be the top tier of the Stephen King miniseries, and it's so good that it's almost in some people's minds transcended the miniseries label. A lot of people just consider it a film, even though it is a miniseries. I have it on Blu-ray. I have it in the television section of my collection. And honestly, I do think it's better than the recent movies. I do think the movies, obviously bigger budget, obviously they can do more with the effects, but I think that how they did it with the movies, of splitting it from children in one movie to adults in the other, I do think you kind of lose something with. I think the structure is much better when you have a little bit of the adults in the beginning flashing back to when they're children. Talk about the It miniseries, Trevor, which I don't know if it's controversial. I think I would say I like as a whole, I like the miniseries more than the two movies. I think just it works a little better, and the second movie is very disappointing and very bad, and I think it drags both of them down a bit. So I would still say the miniseries for me is the better adaptation, in my opinion.
Oh, I'll agree wholeheartedly. The structure is it's kind of ugly
Mhm.
by the time you get to that uh, second movie. Um, the miniseries has a charm to it. It has a structure to it that's very easy to slip into, and I don't know that series. The most recent one, the Welcome to Derry, was started out really good. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about like the ending, where it's like we're sequel baiting our series. It's
Mhm.
like, okay, I don't know how I feel about that. Also, it gets a little noisier and dumber than I was hoping for by the time you got to the end of it. But
Yeah.
the early goings were really good. I like
Yeah.
that.
I still haven't watched that one. I still gotta check that out. I don't have HBO at the moment, so when I resubscribe, that's gonna be at the top of the list.
Yeah, no, I would check it out. I actually just watched the first episode of that Game of Thrones, Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Mm.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, but the elevator pitch for this one, I was like, I like that. It's like I
Mhm.
like knights, I like tournaments, I like big dumb lunks as protagonists. I like Rocky Balboa with as a knight. Like, so I
Yeah.
was like, I could get behind this. And as far as I can tell, it's smaller, it's more intimate, and like more less bleak, I guess.
Yeah, I've heard amazing things about it, like, that it's pretty phenomenal, so
Yeah, I watched the first episode. I'm still trying to convince my fiance to give it a shot because she hasn't watched Game of Thrones either. And honestly, she tried a long time ago and she wasn't impressed. She had that problem where she couldn't keep up with all the names and titles and stuff.
mm,
She's like, I don't know who these fake people are. I was like, I can't help you. I don't know either.
it's tough in the beginning for sure.
Yeah, so it's going to be a tough sell, but I think I'm going to watch the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I'm just going to go for
You've heard last thing, not to derail us too much, but you've heard about
it.
the IMDb controversy with that show and the Breaking Bad connection, and have you heard about that at all?
Oh, did they like review bomb it or something?
Yeah, Breaking because I think it's the second to last episode of that show was, like, at a 9.9 or a 9.8. So Breaking Bad fans review bombed it because they want their Ozymandias episode to be the only one with a 10. And so then the Game of Thrones fans review bombed the Ozymandias episode,
Oh
and now
no.
it fell from like a 10 to like a 9.5, which is so funny.
That's terrible. Wow, that's petty.
Yeah, like just the fact that people can care so much about it.
That's time. That's time out of your
Mhm.
life that you just devoted to nudging a statistic for a property that you have no personal stake in.
Yeah,
It's
so funny.
not like you're collecting royalty checks on Breaking Bad or something.
But anyway,
Anyway, okay, I will share my pick, but then we will talk Scream 7.
okay.
So this is my 107th pick, I think, or 6th, 106th. Oh, still got the price sticker on it. That's about right. So I picked this up on a lark, uh, and it's not very good. So this is from Lionsgate and Grindstone Entertainment Group. This is on Blu-ray. So I have here Last Nights, starring Clive Owen
There we go.
in 2014. So when Clive Owen wasn't doing shit,
Mhm.
and Morgan Freeman, who in 2014 also wasn't doing shit. The reason I picked this up, Brad, for $5.99 is because one, $5.99, and two, this is directed by a Japanese fella whose name is not on the box, so I'd have to Kazuya Kirya is his name. I have a couple of his other movies. I like a couple of his other movies. This is the only movie of his that I'm aware of is in the English language. He
Mm.
is a Japanese filmmaker, and he comes from the world of music videos, um, in like the 2000s. So when it comes to like bombastic visuals, that's kind of his thing. In case you couldn't tell from the cover art of this thing, bombastic visuals are not really what this is about.
Yeah.
This is a bleak and often like dull looking movie. It's it's just really flat. And what's more, it's based on like one of Japan's most beloved and well-known stories. So it's like, oh man, like unless you're putting a big stamp on that, don't do it. Cause like there's people know this story. There's certain beats that people are looking for. You really gotta bring it if you're gonna do this. Is based on Chushingura, or 47 Ronin. If
Mm.
like if that works better for you. So it's a classic story that's been adapted countless times, and this is just a nothing adaptation of it. I don't know how this project came together. I don't know the story of it or anything like that. I was just curious because there's a movie from I think 2004 called Kashan or Cass Hearn is how it's spelt in English. It's a anime adaptation directed by the same fella that at the time had some of the most dynamic and bombastic visuals of its era. Like it's truly a gorgeous movie in a lot of respects. He did that. I have that on bootleg DVD because that's actually kind of a hard movie to come by in our region. Um, he did a movie called Goemon, that also, from a visual standpoint, is truly outrageous and has some really incredible stuff going for it. Um, so from a visual standpoint, that's like always what I'm looking for with this guy. It's like he's kind of like Tarsem Singh
Mm.
in that respect, where it's like I think they both come from the world of music videos. They both have an amazing visual sense. That's kind of like what they do. And then you get to this one, it's like it's in English. It's seemingly very low budget, and it's hideous to look at. Like how and why? So I don't know the answer to any of those questions. But it's on my shelf, and every time I look at it, including right now, I consider giving it away because I
How
don't
long
really want it anymore. I don't need it anymore. I've seen it. Now I know.
how long have you had that in your collection for?
A few years.
Okay, because remember the episode we did with Travis where we talked about juicing the collection. I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
that is what that is what you should have put. You even have the price sticker on the case to
Well,
show
hey,
that it
I
was.
got he got upset when I mentioned 1917. I got that for $9.
Yeah, yeah.
And I also didn't have a whole lot of hype. I just picked that up.
Hmm.
Like I didn't intend. I wasn't like, oh my god, 1917. It might be a masterpiece.
That's
I didn't
fair.
have that attitude about it. I hadn't seen it. I blind bought it for less than $9.
Yeah, that's fair. And like you do have your reasons for picking it up, but like you said, I think the price was right on that one based on the sticker on it.
I was also. I think I was waiting for my fiance while she was doing something. I was at Half Price Books.
Mm,
I was just like, well, I'm gonna buy something.
yeah,
So yes, that probably would have been a proper juice pick. I was just too
yeah.
embarrassed to bring it up. I'd never met Travis before. I wanted to make a good impression. Instead, I fucked it up and
That
insulted
that's
his favorite movie of the year.
that's why the roulette is the way to go because you can't hide. I mean,
You got nowhere
technically,
to hide.
yeah. I mean, technically, you could have just not grabbed that one. I wouldn't have known. But we're
Yeah,
honest. We're
I
we're
could have
we're
skipped it.
honest about like I didn't really want to pull off Hocus Pocus, but I did.
Yeah,
I'm not
but you
embarrassed
did.
about it. I just didn't really want to talk about it, but I grabbed it because that's what
We
the
are
roulette
honest
is.
podcasters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, Scream 7, Brad. I had forgotten how messy the production history of the thing was.
Hmm.
Like, full disclosure, folks, neither of us have seen this movie yet, but the reviews are starting to come in. And I had forgotten that, like, oh yeah, Melissa Barrera got fired, and oh yeah, Jenna Ortega walked out of Solidarity, and oh yeah, there was a director who was attached, but is no longer, and now Kevin Williamson, who is not really a director, usually just a writer, kind of part time on this franchise for a bit now, is now the director. It's like,
Mm.
oh God, what is this? Like, was this almost not a movie? And also, how hard did we have to beg Nev Campbell to come back to give us something? Because
Yeah.
we lost everything going into this.
Well, did you see what her payday was for this one?
I did not.
7 mil. 7 mil.
I'm not surprised. Like I said, all the aforementioned things happened where it's like you lost the two franchise stars. Jenna Ortega, in particular, has a lot of juice behind her. Seems like she has a very strong fan base. And then you lose your director, who I don't know if that would have been a good thing or a bad thing. But anytime you lose a director and swap them in for a guy who's mostly a writer, I start to get like Dark Phoenix vibes or something.
Hmm.
Where it's like, is this a director? I don't know if this is a director. I don't know if this movie has a director. I think they just begged Kevin Williamson to put his name on it.
Yeah, he knows how to turn a camera on, I guess. He can
So yeah,
but
like
yeah, it's definitely sort of thing where the behind the scenes story of it all is kind of probably more interesting than the actual movie because
I'm sure.
obviously there's the whole thing of Melissa Barrera getting fired. And then the Jenna Ortega thing, there is no confirmation, but I had heard, this is just rumors and rumblings, but she kinda used that as a convenient out because she kind of really didn't want to do another Scream movie or she wasn't it so that was kind of her way of just kind of exiting the franchise pretty cleanly. But yeah, they had to rewrite the movie, which I think cost him half a mil on the rewrites. They had to bring Nev Campbell back, and obviously in the last one she wasn't in because they wouldn't pay her enough. So I mean, she really came out
She
pretty.
won.
Yeah, she won. Like they really screwed up. Like I don't know what she asked for in the last one, but I doubt it was 7 million. And if they had paid her in the last one, they might have been able to, it probably wouldn't have been quite as disastrous for this one. But yeah, I mean, obviously they had to bring her back because if they don't have, the two sisters from the last one, and they don't have Nev Campbell, they don't. I mean, you're not going to have Gail Weathers lead the movie. I mean, peace and love to Courtney Cox, but um, yeah, very interesting how it's all come about. And then apparently, crazy thing is that it's on track to have the biggest opening weekend of the entire franchise, which is kind of crazy considering that um I kind of think it looks bad, and the reviews have been bad, and I do think that the they're playing more to the nostalgia of the original fans, I think. The whole I mean, are we allowed to say I think we're allowed to say that
Yeah,
Matthew
we are.
Lillard
I think
is
it's been
in
disclosed.
it, and so I don't even know how he's in it or how much, but, that I've heard so
His
many
voice is confirmed to be in it.
yeah, I've heard so many, 30, 40-year-old horror fans who are like, "I'm so excited for Scream 7, Matthew Lillard's back." I'm like, "Okay, like, sure." I mean,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
guess.
It's like, you know what I like better? A good Scream movie.
Yeah,
Like,
mhm,
it's not the nostalgia isn't why I watch them, it's those movies, really. It's a lot of them are well-structured, enjoyable movies.
mhm,
Like, that's always been the biggest strength of those movies is, like, there's the meta stuff, there's the characters, there's the kills and all that stuff, but, like, at the end of the day, it's just a lot of them are just superior like, just better made slasher movies and better made whodunit, like, murder mystery movies than your average slasher schlock.
yeah, mhm,
So it's like it's a beloved genre, but it's like an elevated version of
yeah. I mean, personally, I did like Scream 5 and Scream 6, I think they were good.
Yeah, me too.
Probably, off the top of my head, I'd give the edge to Scream 5, over 6,
Yeah.
but I do think that especially with where we're at with the franchise now, kinda wish we would just have ended it with 4. I think,
4 is
that
really good.
4
4 is
is I mean,
I
it's
had
crazy
forgotten how good it was,
it's
honestly.
crazy that at the time, that one got I mean, it wasn't, like, horrible reviews, but it was kind of looked at as not that great, and I remember when it came out, and I think I saw it 3 times in theaters, and I loved it, and it seems like now people have reevaluated it. I've seen a lot of people give it really high marks on Letterboxd and that, so
Well, it was ahead of its time with, like,
mhm,
the live
yeah,
streaming stuff that in, like, the mid-2010s or whatever, we were there, but not to the extent that we are now, where it's, like, completely ubiquitous. But yeah, I did a full series watch, with my fiancée. She doesn't generally do horror movies, but she does like murder mysteries. So
mhm,
I really, really pitched her hard on it. Like it took a lot of pleading, Brad. But I got her on board, and at a certain point, she was asking me like, when are we watching the next one? So we
nice,
watched the whole franchise within the past year or so. To the point that we're probably going to go to the theater to watch Scream 7.
mhm,
Like she's invested now. That makes me happy. But yeah, Scream 4 was like a big surprise to me because I actually had heard it was very good. I think I rented that from a Redbox. Because I didn't know anyone personally who had seen it or who cared to see it. But I remember like seeing some rumblings online that like don't sleep on Scream 4. It's not a waste. Like it's
mhm,
not like a one more round kind of thing where oh, we're trotting these people out again. It's like no, it's actually a pretty good one. And I remember thinking at the time, yeah, this is pretty good. But then upon rewatch, like within this past year, I was like, wow, I didn't give that one as much credit as I should have. Like that was really good.
yeah. I also think the cast, like, you always get the franchise doesn't live or die by it, but can
Yeah.
certainly hurt or help one of the entries and how good the new group of victims is, and I think that one cast is really good. I really like the younger
Especially in
cast they bring in.
retrospect. Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, you get a Culkin in there and you get Emma Roberts. It's like you yeah, and was it was they brought
Hayden,
back Hayden Panettiere
yeah,
most
was she in the
recently.
last one?
She was, yeah.
Yeah, this
I don't know if she
franchise
moves
is
the needle for anyone, not me, but
I think she
but
does, that's the thing,
she does though. Like for
that's
that fan base,
yeah.
people love her.
Yeah, I don't really understand
Justice for Kirby.
yeah, like, I don't know, man, that's kinda but whatever, peace and love, I guess.
Yeah, I am not really a super fan of anything, but there are some scream heads out there for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
And this one has a McKenna Grace in it. It's funny because I think of her as a Zoomer face. Like to me, she's the template. She's the
Mhm.
archetypal Zoomer face. It's like if we need a Zoomer actress, just McKenna Grace, she's got the bone structure. She looks right. It's just insert in case of emergency. Insert McKenna Grace.
Well, you've heard why she's been why she's gone not viral, but the thing is, people have been there's been videos going around interviewing her where they say she's part of like 12 different franchises right now. Um, it,
Yeah, I could see that.
and it is kind of crazy. She has been in a lot.
Again, she got Zoomer face. It's just like plug it into an algorithm, and like all the angles are correct for this generation. This is the face of a generation. It's like, does she have any talent? I don't know. Have you seen her in anything? No. But she's in everything.
Yeah. She doesn't need talent.
She just doesn't do anything. No.
Yeah.
She's a nose. She's a nose and a face. And it's appealing. Put it on the poster. It'll move units. Trust us.
But yeah, I don't know. Like not that I've looked too much into the new cast, but can't say any of them are like the fact that she's probably a standout in the new cast is not super.
Yeah, I haven't looked into it at all. I mean, Scream 6 had some stuff going for it. Hey, Dermot Mulroney. Everybody's favorite, Dermot Mulroney. My fiance is a big fan. Like, she popped for that. She was like, Dermot.
He was a good get. He was
a very good get.
Yeah.
We need more of that. Scott Adkins in Scream 8.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I feel like they could do something with like, and I don't think they probably will, but in terms of like the meta aspect of things, and by now being the 7th entry in a franchise, like I feel like you could do something of how, it's like you're pretty much guaranteed to suck now. Like, I don't know, like there could be something there, but I don't know. I have a feeling it's interesting that the trailer, I've not gotten anything really meta from the trailer at all. Which maybe is for the best. I don't know.
Well, what's interesting is like with Scream 5, they started to introduce like almost like magical realism with Ghost Dad, with Ghost Skeet. It's like, we're doing something here. And then you get to Scream 6, it's like, we're still doing that. And now at Scream 7, it's like, oh, are we gonna discard that, or are we gonna lean into that? Because also remember, like, we're talking about other slasher franchises. Like 7 was around the time Jason Voorhees was fighting telepathic teenagers, or telekinetic teenagers, excuse me.
I think you're exactly right. I think.
I'm pretty sure 7 was the New Blood.
Mm-hmm.
And then 8 was what? That was New York, I think. Which they already did in Scream.
Manhattan.
They already did that in Scream.
Mm-hmm.
And then what? Ghostface goes to hell?
Yeah.
And Ghostface goes to space.
It'll be the most underrated Scream movie, just like Friday the 13th. Most underrated.
I mean, people generally like Leprechaun Goes to Space, I believe. Leprechaun in space. So yes, Ghostface has to fight a telekinetic teen. Sydney needs to develop telekinesis, or her daughter. Her daughter is telekinetic. Her daughter becomes telekinetic and fights Ghostface, and then Ghostface has to go to hell, but he gets better, and then he goes to space. That's the order. Space comes after hell, you see.
Yeah, that's just there's a problem. There's the two problems with that is that today's audiences are too focused on realism, I feel like, and they won't allow themselves to give into anything fun. But also the Scream movies have generally taken place in the real world, where the Friday the 13th movies, even from pretty early on, were goofy to the point where you can buy them going to space. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, Scream is Paramount, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about the trajectory of that brand. So they're merging with Warner Brothers, correct?
Yes.
That's immaterial at the moment, but it's like Paramount. I think of Yellowstone. I think of Beavis and Butthead. And I think of Star Trek. Like that should tell you a little something about the demographics that Paramount values.
Mm-hmm.
Ghostface has to go to a UFC event. That has to happen in one of the newest movies. Ghostface has to. There has to be a killing or a kill scene at a UFC event in Dubai.
Now that they're gonna have Warner Brothers, they can bring in Ed and Lorraine Warren to do an exorcism on Ghostface.
Well,
Maybe,
see, that's the way of things, Brad. Is there's multiverses, but there's also brand collisions. Godzilla versus Kong. You got to do it. It's like you got these two big guys in this room. You got to throw them together, see what happens. It's like Ghostface versus The Conjuring. I mean, they did do The Ring versus The Grudge. That did happen, Brad. This is a thing that's happened. The Wolfman has in fact fought the Frankenstein's monster.
What was Ring versus Grudge? What am I?
It's an actual movie, Brad.
Oh, is that? But not one of the American versions.
No, it's a Japanese film, but it's Sadako versus Kayako, I believe.
Okay.
It's the two long-haired ghost women from two different franchises fighting each other. So you got that's the way of things. So we need to. That's the desperation move. It's like if Ghostface is losing steam, we got to give Ghostface somebody to stab. We got to. I don't know who Jason Voorhees belongs to at the moment. I know Paramount had him for a while, but he's actually like an orphan as far as I know, because like New Line also had him for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Ghostfaces versus Jason. There you go. Michael Myers versus Ghostface.
Yeah.
Conjuring versus Ghostface.
I'm down.
Yeah, you could set it up where it's like the Ghostface killers are like planning to do some Ghostface killings, and then it's like, oh no, but we set up shop in a haunted house, and then Ed and Lorraine show up.
Yeah.
Then we have to work together to fight these demons. But the whole time, I'm just trying to stab these teenagers.
I would not be opposed.
Man, are we at like the end of the world, Brad? Like, are we circling the tree? When these are all valid ideas.
We definitely are. Yeah.
Damn it.
But we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna go in with, even though I think it looks bad, I'm still gonna go in with an open mind and hope I'm pleasantly surprised.
Oh yeah, me too. Like I said, if I can go to any movie with my fiance, I'm happy, because we don't do it all that often. But she's one of those people who, like, I don't know, sitting down to watch a movie is hard because like she's surrounded by her thoughts and other things that she could be doing in that 2-hour block.
Yeah.
But if she's like out, like if she's out on like a date night and we're with an audience watching a movie in a theater or something, then all of that goes away, and it's now I can just enjoy the thing. She loves going to the movies. And I got her invested in the franchise. So I'm excited. Like I've been talking a lot of trash, but at the same time, it's like, no, of course, there's a new Scream. I want to see it.
And I'm sure there's going to be another one after this, because this one was a big success. I mean,
he has to fight Jason now.
Yeah. Some shockingly enough, somehow the studio dug themselves out of this pit that they put themselves in, with the whole controversy and everything, and they're making a lot of money this weekend.
Yeah, prediction. Ghostface goes to Mexico.
Okay.
Ghostface goes to a UFC event. I'm telling you, the Paramount connection. I can't let that go.
Yeah.
They'll find a way to make it happen.
I would like a Scream on vacation. That would be fun. Like a resort, and it'd be like, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer kind of vibe. Jack Black can show up with dreads.
Telling you, Mexico. Like,
yeah.
They'll go to some resort in Mexico, and then Ghostface.
that does sound fun.
Then he'll have like, traditional tattoos on his mask or something.
I'd love a video of like Ghostface crossing the border, and he gets his his car searched, and they're like looking at his costume, and they're like, oh, what's this? And
I wish I knew how to say, what's your favorite scary movie in Spanish?
Yeah. I'm sold on that.
Ghostface in Mexico, man.
Sign me up. That sounds fun.
Ghostface in Mexico and Ghostface stabbing someone at a cage fight. These are things that I expect to happen within the next 5 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, who you gonna have on for the Scream review? Bobby?
Should be Bobby. Yep.
Bobby!
We're
My
planning
boy
on seeing
Bobby.
it tomorrow. So
Very cool.
it's his movie in the Fantasy Movie League as well. So
Well, that'll make the conversation all the better.
mhm.
Because they'll be able to look at the review scores because they'll be out by then. Oh,
He's got to try and hype this thing up.
yeah. Sell us, Bobby. pitch us Scream 7. Pitch us on all the positive points of Scream 7.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to hear it from the man himself.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, did you want to do one more pick, or you want to wind down here, Brad?
I mean, I think I'm good if I think we're winding down with our Scream talk.
I think we've been having fun for a while. So
Yeah.
we can call it good there. But this was a really good idea. I like this very casual format.
I think this is one kind of like our alphabet one or our what do we call the not one we haven't watched? What do we call that?
Oh, the backlog boogie.
Backlog boogie. Like this is one, every like you do it once or twice a year if we're strapped for ideas. Like boom, the roulette. Bam.
Yeah, great idea. I think it worked out really well. And I think we're both decent enough podcasters that we can vamp when Trevor has to count to 117.
and I think that all the movies we grabbed, I don't think we've ever talked about on Tales from the Shelf. I correct me if I'm wrong, but
I think these were all new.
yeah. I mean, maybe I've talked about Hocus Pocus, but I don't think on Tales from the Shelf I've ever talked about it. So
No, I don't think there would ever be a reason for you to exhibit Hocus Pocus.
No,
It's like
no.
people know Hocus Pocus. What
Yeah.
what the fuck am I going to say about it?
But I got it. It's there.
Yeah. Well, thanks for making some time to do this today, Brad. This was a
Mhm,
ton of
yeah.
fun. But before we go, hey, how about you tell our listeners and hopefully viewers where they can find you and your awesome podcast, the Cinema Speak podcast?
Yeah, so it's the Cinema Speak podcast, and we're on any podcast platform of your choosing. iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. You can find us on Twitter at the Cinema Speak, Instagram, Cinema Speak Podcast, and on YouTube as Cinema Speak. And if you want to just find us on the web, type into your browser cinemaspeak.libsyn.com.
Very nice. And my show is called, you're watching it right now. It's called Catching Up on Cinema. It is available on pretty much every podcasting platform you can imagine. We're also on YouTube, lately anyway. And we also do live streams once a month on YouTube and Twitch. So check those out. I did take a hiatus last week because my throat is completely fucked. It's slightly less fucked today, though. So we managed to get one in.
Sound good.
hopefully
You sound good.
Yeah, hopefully we can get back on track starting next week. But yeah, that being said, thank you so much for joining us this morning, I guess, or afternoon. And